Dear class 9th students, let's understand linear growth and linear decay. Very important topic from the chapter Introduction to Polynomials. So let's understand in very easy method. So my dear, what is called linear growth? We all know growth means what? When something is increasing, something is growing, right? But linear means what? Linear indicates something is increasing but with equal rate, with very equal speed. So when a quantity increases by the same amount every time, it is called linear growth. Now for example, let's say I'm giving you an example. Ram is a boy. Ram had 500 rupees. He had 500 rupees saving money, and now Ram is saving his pocket money 100 rupees every month. Now if I ask you how much money he will be having after 5 months, so we can make equation. He had already 500 rupees and 100 rupees he's saving every month, so we can make the equation 100x plus 500, right? Now I'm asking how much money will he having after 6 months, so we can put here 100 into 6, because we are talking about after 6 month scenario, so into 5, so this is equal to 600 plus 500. Now he has almost 1100 rupees. Now can you see here, previously he had 500 rupees, now he has what, champion? 1100. It means that he is saving money 100 rupees every month. It means that first month he has 500, second month he will be having 600, now 700, now 800. Can you see here? The numbers are increasing with equal gap, 500, 600, 700, and this is called linear growth. Now my dear champion, if you compare this equation from the general format of linear equation, y is equal to ax plus b. Now my dear, whenever you plot the graph for the linear growth, the graph will always be in this format. My dear, the graph is in increasing order, and here slope is positive. The slope will remain positive. Why? Because it is increasing. So here slope is equal to positive slope, right? Because this is increasing. Here let's say this is let's say number of days, number of month. I am showing number of month on x-axis, and this is total money the Rahul is saving every month. So this is increasing. Number of month and number of total money he is saving, both will be relatively in linear growth pattern. Now moving to linear decay. My dear, first understand what is called decay. Decay means decrement. Decay means decreasing. Something is removing, something is decreasing. Now linear means what? Something is decreasing but with equal rate, and that is why linear word is there. So when a quantity decreases by the same amount every time, it is called linear decay. For example, let's take an example. So example is a water tank loses 5 liters of water every hour. So let's imagine there is a water tank, and the tank was filled with 100 liters of water previously. Earlier the tank was filled with 100 liters of water. Now with each hour, with every hour, 5 liters of water is releasing due to some leakage and all. Maybe some problem is there in tank. So 5 liters of water is wasting, releasing every hour. So if I ask you how much water will be left, how much water is left inside the tank after 5 hours, for example. So my dear champion, let's find out after 5 hours. After 5 hours, I want to check the condition of tank, how much of water is left after 5 hours. Now, how much of water tank had? It was filled with 100 liters of water. So now let's form the equation. So water is decreasing. So 100 minus will be there. Here in this format, can you see here that number the Rahul had previously? I mean, the Rahul had already 500 money. That was adding. That was taking the second position, and variable was at first position. Now the variable coming ahead, because the water of tank is decreasing with hour, coming hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. With every hour, the water is releasing from the tank. So the equation will be 100 minus what, champions? We can write here 5 liter. So 5x. X is the number of hour. So what will be the scenario of after 5 hours? Champion, y will be equal to 100 minus 5 into 5. So 100 minus 25. So champion, 75 of liter water is left in the tank after 5 hours. Because how much of water has released? How much of water has released from the tank? 25 liter. So can you see here, 100 was earlier. The tank was filled with 100 liter of water. Now the water left in the tank is 75 liter. It means the quantity, the amount is decreasing, and that is why this is called linear decay. Now if you plot the graph, so initially the value of the amount of water was high, and now with increasing hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, the amount of water is decreasing. So how the graph will look like? How the graph will look like? So if you plot the graph, let's say take here number of hours on x-axis, and here on y-axis water left on y-axis. So initially it has, the tank was filled with 100 liters, so this will be the value, and with increasing time, with the passing of hour, the amount of water is decreasing. So the graph will look like this. So it is increasing, and here this is decreasing. So this is called, slope will be negative. This is called negative slope. I hope this is clear to you all, champion. So linear growth means what? When something is increasing linearly with equal rate, can you see here? And when something is decreasing linearly, for example 100 liter. So if we talk about initially the tank was filled with 100 liter of water. Now after 1 hour, how much of water is left in the tank? 95 liter. After 2 hours, how much of water is left? 90 liter. Now 85 liter. Now 80 liter. Now 75 liter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 hours, 75 liter of water is left. So can you see here, the value, the amount of water is decreasing linearly. There is equal gap between all consecutive number. The gap between 100 and 95 is 5. The gap between 95 and 90 is 5. The gap between here, sorry, 90 is missed. Oh yeah, 90 and 85 is 5. The gap between 85 and 80 is 5. The gap between 80 and 75 is 5. So here the amount, the number is decreasing linearly, and that is why this is called linear decay. And I hope this is clear to you. So my dear, which point is important that you should remember? This is the important thing. For linear growth, the graph will look like this, and for the linear decay, the graph will look like slope down, slope up. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much. If this video really helped you all, kindly subscribe, and of course do comment in this video, and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you so much everyone. Class 9th Ninjas.